So we've been following this story on one of the biggest dropshipping scams on YouTube for about a week now, and this thing is getting pretty interesting. So let me brief you in real quick. It all started with Scott Schaefer, who is a YouTuber. He created this video right here, basically exposing the scam, and it just blew up. I mean, 2.5 million views. It's pretty insane just how big this has blown out of proportion. And he was talking about Established Titles, which is a regular dropshipping store. But the thing is, they are doing something pretty sneaky. They are telling people, or were telling people, that owning one of these certificates, they are selling basically a square foot of land in Scotland that awards you the title of Lord. And a lot of people seem to really believe in this stuff. A lot of people obviously bought this as just like a gag gift. But in the last video, we uncovered basically how this is not true and it doesn't really give you rights to anything. And the company was being very shady about it. But now Scott just posted an update on it and we're about to check it out together.
Since creating my video talking about the shady company known as Established Titles, the story has completely blown up and the company went on a mad dash to cover its tracks of dishonest marketing and misleading information. Since my video last week, Established Titles has made numerous edits to their website and removed their deceptive YouTube video.
I did notice that right away in the countdown timer. Now it seems to be legit. Before it was always on like a hour-long timer or something. By the way, I'm using my potato setup right now because I'm actually in Florida with my girlfriend visiting her parents. So I'm at their house right now. So I'll get used to it for the next couple days.
All in an attempt to cover up the fact that they misled people into believing they were becoming legitimate lords and ladies and that they were actually purchasing land in Scotland when all of that was untrue. On top of that, a few YouTubers who are sponsored by Established Titles have begun running propaganda for the company and spreading lies about me in an attempt to keep their main sponsor pumping money into them with no regard for the truth or their viewers' best interest. In this video, I'll be showing evidence of Established Titles' attempts to cover their tracks after I expose them, and that they are continuing to try and deceive new customers with deceptive marketing campaigns. I will also be addressing several of the lies the angry YouTubers who did not like my video have been spreading about me.
Damn, this is getting so deep.
After I released my video, Established Titles released a letter to all its creators bashing my video and trying to save face after the truth came out. Oddly enough, though, if you actually read their letter carefully, you can see that they are not actually denying the most important parts of my video. In the video, I stated that you do not receive an official Lord or Lady title, and you receive 0 land after buying from them. Established Titles does not deny those claims at all, which was the main point of the video. Instead, the company decided to claim that they made it clear that their product was a gag gift, not to be taken seriously, and have never attempted to convince people otherwise. Now, this statement that they made is false and can be easily disproven. Right now on Facebook, Established Titles is spending thousands of dollars a month in manipulative ads to convince people that they can legally become lords and ladies after buying one of their packages.
When you buy land in Scotland, you are legally referred to as a lord or a lady. So this, I bought a square foot of land that I got to plant a tree. So you are legally referred to as a lord of land.
Oh my God.
That ad that I just showed you was created by Established Titles.
Not gonna lie, these guys really know what they're doing. That was a pretty good ad.
And nowhere on or in the ad does it make any reference to this being a gag, joke, or just for fun. They specifically say you are legally a lord in the video. Now, if you pull up the definition of the word legally, it states in accordance with the law. Now, from what I've shown in the past video, we know that to be 100% inaccurate. Their titles that they give you have no legal standing, yet they continue to try and deceive people despite claiming they don't do this. Now, if you think that was a fluke, you would be wrong, because Established Titles currently has a full page of those deceptive ads running on Facebook. Here's another where they tell people that their packages officially make you a lord after purchasing them.
Can you guess how I became a lord at just age 19?
No. Oh my God.
I would probably have to guess that you inherited the position because your father before you.
Actually, Established Titles sells a title that comes.
Bro, this reminds me of like a guy trying to sell you on a course or something with like a Lambo. Oh my God, I can't believe they're using this tactic. It's like appealing to people's need for status, and like they just want to get status really quickly by just buying this title. This is hilarious.
Officially make you a lord or a lady. On top of this, since you're officially a lord or a lady, you have dedicated land in Scotland. You will literally get a certification that makes you a lord or a lady. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, anybody from Scotland watching this? That'd be pretty cool if you commented. I'd love to see if there's anybody from Scotland out there watching this.
I can't believe it's Scotland! I love it! I've always wanted to be a lady.
Another thing to point out in the text for that ad is that they state, buy a 1 square foot plot of Scotland and make him a lord today. They have no disclaimer anywhere on that ad that you are buying a souvenir or gag gift. Simply that you will become a lord after purchase. This is again false and shows the continued history of this company to try and deceive people into believing they are buying real land when they are not. Now, established titles would like you to believe that everyone who buys one of their scam plots of land know that it's just a joke. However, with just a few minutes of searching, you can find hundreds of comments on my last video of people who had bought from them and are now upset after realizing they don't actually own any land or have an official title. On top of that, you can find reviews online that state the same thing, and even a Facebook page that has shown that they are a scam for years. A common response from some people I've been hearing since this story broke is that if you are dumb enough to believe this was real, then you deserve to lose your money, and that is an incredibly mean and inconsiderate viewpoint. Not everyone has the same understanding, and there are clearly hundreds, if not thousands, of people who were deceived into thinking these were legitimate land purchases. Now, the founder, Katarina Yep, recently did an interview where she actually agreed with that and stated that their marketing plan that they give to sponsors is confusing and needs to be rewritten.
There's some people, I mean, even people who may have purchased through myself, who has felt like, oh, I thought like there might have been like, even if I can't really use it, there might have been a little bit of legitimacy behind it. And I think that I think for me, what I can see overall is there seems to be somewhat of a communication breakdown in terms of the information that's filtered to the influencers.
I think what we should have done is put as much information as we can.
I cannot believe they actually got her on an interview. Wow.
In the brief, and especially like the stuff that we have in our FAQs. You know, our FAQs are very clear about how this all works, and our homepage. And I just kind of assumed that people would like go on the website and kind of read for themselves. But you make a great point. I think what we will do is make sure that we're even clearer than we have been before, and that we include everything that we say on the website in our brief, including all that information in the brief would be extremely helpful based on this conversation.
Yeah.
Katarina.
Oh my God, that was the most corporate answer you could possibly give. No apologies, nothing, just kind of avoided the question in a way.
Without saying the exact words, is admitting that their brief that they give to creators leads to inaccurate information being presented to viewers on YouTube about their product. Many creators have stated in their ads that you officially become a lord, make no mention of this being a gag gift, and make additional claims that are unfounded. Ultimately, Established Titles was the one that gave those creators those misleading ad reads, and this could lead to serious issues for the company down the road. Now for this part of the video, I want to show just how deceptive Established Titles has been with their website. Since the release of my video, the company has made many alterations to their website to make it now clear that these packages that they sell are just for fun and have no real standing. Now, a few creators who have been attacking me have falsely claimed this information was always on the site. However, they did almost no research, and if they had, would have realized this wasn't true. In order to look at what the website looked like in the past, I'm going to be using a website known as Wayback Machine. If you're unfamiliar with the website, it allows you to look at websites in the past and see what they look like before they were altered. I encourage anyone watching this, if you don't believe what I say in the next segment, to use the website yourself and confirm what I'm saying. The first page I want to show you is the About Us page. When I first showed the page in my last video, it looked like this. However, the day after my video came out, the company altered the page to include a new paragraph that states, Established Titles is a fun gift meant for a good laugh and not to be taken seriously. This is obviously an attempt to make it clear that this product is just a gag gift, and it goes against the email that the company sent out claiming they had always been clear on that issue in the past. If they truly felt that way, they would have no reason to alter their website the day after my video came out to make it more clear. Now let's look at the main page where they have their nature pledge. Now, a few YouTubers who are running propaganda for Established Titles have been lying and saying that this information was always here and that I was a moron for not talking about it. However, if you look at my past video or use Wayback Machine, you can see that the information about how many trees were planted did not exist anywhere on their site.
Yeah, wait, this is true. I remember this from our reaction video. When we watched his first video that blew up, this was the page right here, exactly. It was not like the one that they have now. So he's telling the truth.
Just a few days ago, and this information was added after I made my video. This is another attempt by the company to cover up the fact that many details about their company was misleading or missing before I exposed them. I specifically said in my first video that they didn't plant any trees themselves, and Katarina actually confirmed that statement in her interview.
I think there are four main criticisms that he uses in the video. So the first of them is that these titles are not official titles. I think we are very clear on the website. We've always been very clear on the website that this is a novelty item. And I think that the language really hasn't changed since day one. And I was very, very clear about that. There are criticisms that we're not planting the trees ourselves. I don't think that we need to or say that we do. We work with reputable charities that do this. They're the best, they're the experts. If I needed to know which tree to plant where, I really wouldn't know where to start. So we figured the best way of doing this would be to work with them.
This looks like some classic media training right here, just not really giving any good answers.
Now, in conclusion, I want to say I find it quite funny that established titles, at the same time they're sending an email out to all their creators saying that they've always been very forward, everyone knows this is just a gag gift, no one thinks they're actually a lord or lady. At the same time that they're doing that, they're on their website changing the website, they're altering it to add more text to say, to very explicitly say, this is just a novelty item, just a gag gift. I showed that in the video, and I'll have a link to Wayback Machine. You can go ahead and look at their website in the past yourself and see that what I am saying is 100% true. Now, the final thing I want to say is there's been a couple channels, all of them, which is quite funny, all of them were initially sponsored by established titles, about 3 of them in total. And one channel in particular has been saying, basically, they say actually in the video multiple times that I'm a racist. They say that I go after Katarina Yip specifically because of her race and her nationality. They say that I call her, you know, a Chinese. I'm not going to go exactly what they say, but they basically say I make fun of her because she's Chinese. And none of that is true. I went back just...
That's crazy that they would do that. I didn't get that vibe at all from watching that video. I mean, all he did was explain that the company was based out of Hong Kong and showed it through LinkedIn and all the evidence that he was providing. That's pretty interesting. Like, not in a good way. That's terrible. I can't believe that they would do that. And I'm a total unbiased third party here. I have no reason to side with this guy, but I didn't get that vibe at all.
Just a second ago and watched my entire first video again to make sure 100% I never said anything about her race at all. So that is an outright lie that those guys say in that video. Now, what's absolutely crazy about that is established titles has begun linking people to that video that defames me. It's a lie that I said anything racist about Katarina in that video. Established titles, people who are canceling orders, and I think they're sending it to creators as well. I have the email, I'll show part of it. They are sending a link to people to get people to go to that video that has false information about me. That is absolutely insane that this company is so stupid to send people to an actual YouTube video that has defamatory comments in it about me. Now, hopefully, established titles will not escalate this issue, but if it does escalate, I now have a ton of evidence that they're, you know, constantly altering their website to make the text much...
This is getting deep. This is getting into like some defamatory legal issues here. Who would have thought out of this little dropshipping store, all of this stuff, all of this interesting dramas coming about?
And that they're also sending hundreds, if not thousands of people to this YouTube video that defames me and calls me racist and says that I said racist things about this lady when I never said anything racist about her. The only thing that I said about Katarina Yip in the video was that she lived in Hong Kong and the company that owned established titles was also in Hong Kong. And I specifically said that because I found it fishy that a company that's all about preserving Scotland, the Scotland Highlands and all that, is halfway around the world in Hong Kong. I found that kind of odd. I didn't say anything else regarding her individually, her race, or anything like that. So anyone making those claims is a flat-out liar, and Established Titles is purposely sending people to that channel to see it. So that's crazy that this company has decided to fight dirty in this whole situation. But there you go. Like I said, links to Wayback Machine are below, and I'll have information backing all this up down linked below as well. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Dang, I cannot believe that. That's insane. So who would have thought this drama is getting much juicier than I could have ever anticipated? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. And again, I'm really curious for some reason to know if any of you are from Scotland. That'd just be pretty cool. I got really hooked by this story, so figured I'd share it with you guys. I'm gonna be here for the next couple days, so get used to this setup, but I'll be back to the normal studio with the regular setup soon, so don't worry. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.